All right, so today we're diving into something uh, pretty wild, this whole massive energetic shift thing.
Yeah.
Gloria Wilson, that UK psychic, she's been talking about it. And it's less like a prediction, more like, we're in it. Things feel different. Yeah,
Right. Like it's unfolding all around us.
exactly.
Yeah.
And, maybe you're feeling it too. Like something's shifted. So that's what we're going to unpack. All these channeled messages, intuitive insights, all that stuff about this global, I don't know, energy transformation.
Big energy shakeup. Yeah.
Huge.
Hmm.
And most importantly, how do we make sense of it? How do we ride this wave, right?
That's the big question. And that's what we're here to help with.
Yeah, totally. We got all these different intuitive perspectives. We really zeroed in on the big stuff, the core of this energy shift. So think of us as your guides through this.
Yeah.
Pointing out what's important, offering some ways to, actually use this info.
Yeah. Practical applications.
Practical, exactly. Okay, so Gloria Wilson, she talks about how our collective energy fields are being rewritten. What does that even mean?
So she's talking about this, a change, right? The very fabric of reality, the stuff we can't see. But here's the thing. We're not just watching this happen. We're part of it. Every thought we have, every emotion, everything we intend, it all goes into this big shared energy field. And that field, that's what she's saying, is totally restructuring.
Okay, yeah. I've been having these moments where I feel off-kilter, ungrounded. Is that part of this?
Could be. As those old energy patterns, the ones we've all been living by, as they break down and new ones form, yeah, you can feel unmoored. It's super common. But here's the thing. It's different for everyone. Some people, they're feeling amazing, like super connected, clear. Others, though, they're getting hit with confusion, anxiety, even just bone-tired exhaustion.
Oh, the exhaustion, yeah. Tell me about it. Why are the different reactions, though?
Seems to be tied to the planet's vibration, like it's increasing. Imagine tuning an instrument, right? Not every string is going to resonate at the new pitch right away. What matters is our conscious awareness, what Gloria Wilson calls it. Whatever we put our attention on, it gets bigger, stronger. So if you're aware of this shift, you might see more synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences,
Huh?
or like intuitive downloads, bam, sudden insight out of nowhere, or even emotions just pouring out, old stuff surfacing, then poof, gone.
I have been noticing more weird coincidences lately, that's for sure. And the emotional stuff. Intense.
Totally. It's all part of this big energy recalibration, almost like a cosmic filter. Anything that doesn't vibe with the higher timeline, it's getting tossed out. Old fears we've been carrying, beliefs that don't serve us anymore, any stuck energy, it's all coming up to be released. Big energetic spring cleaning.
The universe is Marie Kondoing us.
Huh, kind of, yeah. A cosmic KonMari method. Gloria Wilson calls it a cosmic recalibration. And here's the thing. You have a choice in how you go through this. Resist the new vibes, and it's going to feel rough. Or you can go with the flow, let yourself evolve along with the planet.
Flowing sounds way better. Now, this illusion of separation thing.
Yeah.
Gloria Wilson says it's fading. That's a big
It's
one.
huge. For ages, we've been operating under this misunderstanding, she says. Like, we're all isolated islands, separate from each other, from the spiritual, even from our own past and future. But that veil, the thing that kept that illusion going, is getting thinner.
So those times you connect deeply with a stranger or get super strong deja vu, that's us peeking through.
Could be. As that quantum veil dissolves, yeah, we get those prophetic dreams, telepathic moments with loved ones, powerful deja vu. Like, the walls between realities are getting thin. And get this, time might feel different. Like, everything's speeding up, events unfolding quicker, things you focus on manifesting faster, and old emotional wounds, they pop up out of nowhere.
Time is definitely wonky these days. And yeah, old baggage keeps resurfacing.
That's those boundaries blurring between dimensions, or layers of reality, if you prefer. More awareness is seeping into our daily lives. The thing is, this illusion of separation, it's been the root of so much fear, scarcity, conflict, on a personal level and globally. As the veil lifts, those illusions crumble. We start to see how connected everything is, and the old systems, the stuff that's not working, it gets exposed.
Sounds scary, but Gloria Wilson says it's actually freeing, right?
Like, totally. It's not about fear, it's about liberation. This veil dissolving, it opens us up to communicate directly with higher consciousness, tap into ancestral wisdom, even become aware of other dimensions. But, and this is huge E, gotta stay grounded. Without that solid connection to the earth, all this awareness can be too much, more overwhelming than enlightening.
Grounding. Definitely got to prioritize that. All right, next we've got this symphonic resonance shift. It sounds kind of beautiful, actually.
It is. Gloria Wilson's idea is that everyone has their own vibrational signature, a unique frequency that shapes how they interact with the universe. And this frequency, it's becoming more and more important. The reality we experience, she says, it mirrors our dominant energy.
So, like attracts like, but with energy.
Exactly. If you're constantly coming from a place of fear, anxiety, pushing back, your world's going to reflect that. More struggle, more tension, more obstacles popping up. But people who cultivate gratitude, love, inner balance, they find life flows easier. Opportunities appear, synchronicities happen all the time.
But it's not just slapping on a fake smile, right? It's got to be
Yeah.
deeper than that.
Oh, way deeper. Not about surface level positivity. It's about aligning your insides with these new energy currents. The universe, it's not just responding to what we say anymore, but the feeling behind it, the beliefs driving it. That's why those old manipulative tricks, the fake intentions, hidden agendas, they're getting exposed. They don't work so well anymore.
Yeah, it's like we're seeing that everywhere these days.
Exactly. And to really ride this wave, to be in sync with the highest frequency, you need internal coherence. That means getting your mind, body, and emotions all in harmony. When that happens, you create a strong resonance that attracts clarity, stability, and ultimately growth and expansion. So, Glory Wilson, she asks, what frequency are you choosing to embody right now?
Whoa, deep question. Now let's get into this rewiring for multisensory awareness business. Sounds like sci-fi.
It does, right? But the idea is, as the planet's energy changes, so do our bodies, down to our nervous systems. Lots of people are going through what you might call a neurological upgrade. Basically, the brain's getting an expansion pack, able to process reality beyond the five senses.
So those gut feelings, those flashes of knowing that come out of nowhere, that's part of this.
Totally. People are having stronger intuition, those sudden knowledge downloads, and just a heightened sensitivity to energy. It's like those pathways in our brains, the ones that limited us to just the physical world, they're opening up. Now we can tap into, well, you could call it higher dimensional information.
But there's a less fun side too, right? Headaches, dizziness.
Yeah, sometimes this rewiring can be a bit uncomfortable. Headaches, dizziness, memory slips, even weird sleep patterns. But the source material says those aren't necessarily bad things. It's like the brain's adjusting, rewiring to work at a higher speed. Think software update, maybe a few glitches during install.
Okay, less scary when you put it like that. What can we do to help this upgrade go smoothly?
Nourishment is huge. Healthy food for the brain. Meditation and mindfulness practices too. But the big one, less overstimulation. All that media, noise, distractions, stress, it overloads the brain, makes it hard to integrate these new abilities. But if we create space for quiet, nourish our bodies, and be mindful of our environment, we can step into this expanded awareness way easier.
Makes sense. Got to give the brain some breathing room. Now, this next one's a mind bender. Reality as a projection of inner state.
This is a big shift in understanding. The idea is the world isn't just happening to you, it's reflecting you. Every experience, every interaction, every situation, it's all a projection of what's going on inside us. Our thoughts, our emotions, our beliefs, the whole deal.
So if I'm internally stressed and chaotic, the world's going to be like that too.
Exactly. The source says, when we hold on to fear, resentment, doubt, our reality aligns with those low vibes. Challenges pop up, misunderstandings happen, obstacles appear. But cultivate inner peace, clarity, trust, and life gets easier, things flow, synchronicities abound.
It's empowering, but kind of puts a lot on us, doesn't it?
It does. And the source material says this isn't just some idea, it's a fundamental law of energy. And it's working way faster now because the planet's vibration is increasing. That's why so many of us are dealing with stuff we used to ignore. Unresolved emotions, self-sabotage patterns, hidden fears. It's all coming up now, demanding attention.
Like a cosmic wake-up call.
Right, exactly. It's not punishment. It's the universe saying, hey, look at this stuff before you move on. The key is radical self-awareness. Instead of, why is this happening to me? We ask, what's this showing me about myself? When we see our lives as a reflection of our inner world, we take back control. We become the creators of our reality. And those challenges, they become opportunities for growth.
I like that shift. Okay, next, the power of emotional alchemy. Sounds kind of magical.
It is, in a way. See, emotions aren't just feelings, they're powerful energy currents, and they shape our reality even more so now with all this energy shifting. Emotional alchemy, then, is about taking those low-vibe emotions like fear, anger, sadness, and turning them into something higher. Wisdom, understanding, even fuel for positive change.
So don't push those negative feelings away, learn from them.
Exactly. Each emotion has something to teach us. Ignore it, suppress it, and it just gets stronger. But truly understand it, feel it without judgment, and we unlock its power. One way to practice this is through presence. When you feel something uncomfortable, don't push it away. Be with it. Feel it fully. And then ask, what's this emotion trying to teach me?
Good question.
The source gives examples. Fear often points to where we need more trust in ourselves or the universe. Anger might show us where our boundaries need work. And when we master emotional alchemy, we become, as the source says, unstoppable. We use those challenging emotions, the chaos, and transform it into fuel for growth.
That's a powerful idea. Now let's talk about this sacred pause before acceleration. Things do feel kind of slow lately.
Lots of people are feeling that. Projects stall, relationships shift, plans get put on hold. But the source is saying this isn't an accident, it's intentional. The universe is creating a sacred pause before the next big wave of energy.
A sacred pause. I like that. Sounds better than being stuck.
Right. It's like the energy of everything is ramping up, and we need time to integrate it, to catch up. Our minds, our bodies, our energy fields. Otherwise, it's just too much, too fast. So we get this period of stillness, like that moment of silence before a powerful piece of music starts. It builds anticipation, prepares us for what's next.
So those issues and fears that are coming up now, that's part of getting ready.
Exactly. They're not roadblocks, they're things to look at, to clear out, so they don't weigh us down when the next wave hits. This pause is for deep reflection, for aligning with our values, for taking care of ourselves. And the good news is, when things speed up again, those who honored this stillness, they'll move forward with clarity, confidence, ease.
Okay, that's reassuring. Now get ready for this one. The convergence of past, present, and future.
Buckle up. The source is talking about how time's not feeling so linear anymore. People are having vivid memories that feel like past lives, glimpses of potential futures, and way more déjà vu. And this is because, well, consciousness is changing. It's becoming clearer that reality isn't a straight line. It's more like a hologram, where all moments exist at once.
So those times I feel like I've lived a moment before. That's not just me.
Could be your consciousness expanding beyond linear time. As the collective frequency rises, we're able to access those interconnected layers of reality, those parallel versions of ourselves across different timelines. Some people get detailed memories that don't fit this life but feel deeply true. Others have precognitive dreams, sensing events before they happen. It's like our minds are tapping into a broader awareness of time beyond just this one lifetime.
Wow, that's a lot to process. What's the point of all these timelines blending?
It's about healing and growth, the source says. This fluid time perception lets us resolve old karma, reclaim forgotten knowledge or talents, and even choose which future timeline we want to align with right now. So by understanding this, we can work with time, heal old wounds, and shape our future with more clarity and intention.
Pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah.
All right, on to something that sounds maybe a little unsettling. The consciousness migration.
This is about that strange pull so many are feeling. The urge to move, make a big career change, even walk away from relationships that used to be important. The source says this isn't just random restlessness, it's a mass consciousness migration, our souls moving towards their highest potential timelines.
That feeling of knowing you need to make a change even if it doesn't make sense logically.
Exactly. Before, we made choices based on external stuff, family expectations, societal norms, all that. But now, reality's changing, and our soul's purpose, it's getting louder. We can't ignore it. People are drawn to new places with no logical reason. Others feel this urge to leave relationships or careers that just don't fit anymore.
Sounds like intuition is more important than ever.
Absolutely. That inner pull, it's often the soul repositioning itself for its next level up. The key is trusting that guidance, even if your mind doesn't get it. People who follow these nudges, they often end up in the right place at the right time, with the perfect opportunities and connections. It can even feel like a spiritual initiation, a test of faith in something bigger than our understanding.
Yeah, I've definitely felt those nudges. Okay, let's talk about the dimensional schism. This one can be tough.
This is about relationships, those people who seem to drift away, become distant, or react negatively to our growth and changes. The source calls it a dimensional schism, or a vibrational separation. It's happening between people who are vibrating at very different frequencies.
So it's not necessarily a fight or a conscious choice to distance?
Not always. The idea is each soul is moving towards a reality that matches its vibration. Those resisting change, holding on to old beliefs, they're going to feel disconnected from those embracing the shift and waking up. This difference in frequency, it creates a disconnect, even with people we were once close to.
That explains some conversations I've had lately. They just feel off.
Yeah, the source says those interactions can feel one-sided, draining, frustrating. It's not that the other person is trying to be difficult. Their energy field just might not be able to handle the higher frequencies you're embodying. Our subconscious mind is a powerful filter, blocking out stuff it's not ready for, so it can feel like they just don't get us.
So what do we do in those situations?
Be an anchor of light, the source says. Don't force connections that don't feel right or try to drag others along. Focus on your own growth, maintain your high vibes. Those who are ready will be drawn to you naturally. This separation, it's not about losing people forever, it's about letting each soul find their own path, their own journey.
That's a kinder way to look at it. Okay, time to talk about the power of our minds. Reclaiming your thought space.
This is huge EE right now. Our thoughts aren't just in our heads anymore, the source says. They're going out into the quantum field and shaping our reality. And because everything's speeding up, the power of our intention has gotten a major boost. So mental discipline and awareness are more important than ever.
So those random worries or negative thoughts, they have more power now.
Unfortunately, yeah. Each thought has a frequency, and it interacts with the world around us. Fear, worry, scattered thinking, all those low vibes, they can literally imprint on our environment and attract more of the same. That's why synchronicities are increasing, both good and bad. Reality's responding instantly to our thoughts and beliefs.
Yipes, that's a little scary. How do we take control of our thoughts, become more mindful?
Start by paying attention. Mindful awareness, the source calls it. Notice your internal dialogue. What kind of thoughts are hanging out in there? Uplifting and positive, or fearful and limiting? What stories are you telling yourself? The more you pay attention, the more you can choose those thoughts that match your goals and desires. And when you focus your mind intentionally, your reality will follow.
So it's not about forcing positive affirmations if I don't believe them.
Nope. It's about mental sovereignty. Taking control of your thoughts, not letting outside influences or old conditioning run the show. You become a conscious creator, designing your life from the inside out.
I like that. Okay, now for something a bit weirder. The soul's auditory upgrade.
This is about those weird sounds people are hearing. Subtle tones, harmonic overtones, even inner voices or whispers. The source clarifies this isn't usually hallucinations, it's multidimensional frequency activations.
That ringing in my ears that comes and goes. Could that be this?
It might be. See, as consciousness expands, we can perceive more frequencies, including sounds we weren't aware of before. Our ears, they're not just for physical sound, they're also energetic receptors, tuned to the universe's subtle vibrations. And as those frequencies rise, those receptors are waking up. We might hear interdimensional sounds, angelic frequencies, even encoded information.
Encoded information, that's wild.
The source says this auditory activation can show up in different ways. Ringing, high-frequency sounds, pressure changes in the ears, even greater sensitivity to music. Some hear melodic tones in meditation, whispers when alone, or pressure shifts when they get energetic downloads. The key is, trust the experience. Don't freak out. If you hear weird sounds, don't dismiss them. It could be your perception expanding. It's an invitation to connect with those subtle energies and the intelligence behind them.
Definitely something to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. The emotional weight release. I think we all need that.
For real. As a planet's energy gets higher, a lot of us are feeling heavy, tired, easily overwhelmed. This is because, the source says, our bodies are purging low-frequency energy. We've all got unprocessed emotions, stuff we've suppressed or ignored, and now, with the Earth's frequency rising, those emotions are surfacing so we can finally deal with them.
So random sadness, irritability, that could be part of this detox.
Could be. The source talks about old wounds reopening, sudden sadness for no reason, even intense mood swings. It's an energetic detox. The best way to handle it is through embodiment practices, stuff that connects us to our body and helps process those emotions, like yoga, dance, breath work, or just being in nature.
So trying to fight the feelings will just make them last longer.
Exactly. Suppression and resistance, they just make things stick around. But if we allow the feelings, feel them fully, they'll eventually pass, making space for those higher vibes. This isn't a step backwards, it's preparation. The lighter we become energetically, the easier it is to embody those higher frequencies. So honor this emotional release. You're not just shedding personal baggage, you're helping to clear the collective density.
That's a good way to think about it. Now let's get to something that sounds pretty exciting. The acceleration of manifestation.
This is huge. Basically, manifestation is on fast forward. Our thoughts and emotions are showing up in our reality way quicker now. almost instantly.
So if I had a cool idea this morning, it could show up faster than it would have before.
Possibly. Before, there was a time delay between thought and reality. A buffer, he could say. It gave us time to change our minds or for unconscious stuff to interfere. But now, timelines are merging, frequencies are rising, and that buffer's shrinking. Manifestation is happening much faster, whether we're doing it consciously or not.
Wow, but that's also kind of a lot of pressure if we're not careful with our thoughts.
Right. The source warns that if we're not aware of this, we can manifest problems without meaning to, just by repeating old patterns. So intentional focus is key now. Our thoughts and feelings aren't passive, they're active creative forces. Each thought sends a signal out into the universe. So choose your projections wisely. Reality's listening and it's responding faster than ever.
Okay, good reminder to stay present and aware. Now, I've noticed this one myself. The changing feel of sunlight.
Lots of people are saying sunlight feels different, more intense, activating, sometimes overwhelming. The source explains it's because solar energy is getting infused with higher frequency light, and it's triggering DNA recalibration in our bodies.
DNA recalibration. Sounds very sci-fi.
It does. The source says our DNA isn't just a blueprint. It's a quantum receiver that responds to frequencies. And this new high-frequency light from the sun, it carries encoded information that activates dormant parts of our DNA. It's like upgrading our system.
So that's why sometimes I feel energized by the sun, and sometimes it's too much.
Exactly. We all respond differently. Some get a burst of energy, clarity, euphoria. Others feel tired, dizzy, or like they're detoxing. Some even have stronger intuition and can absorb information easier in the sun. The key is listening to your body. Sunlight can be amazing, but sometimes we need to take it slow. This light-induced recalibration is getting us ready for something new. The sun's not just light and warmth, it's like a cosmic transmitter guiding our evolution.
Beautiful way to put it. Okay, next we're talking about our senses, the expansion of sensory perception.
The source says this is a big sign of the shift. Our senses are evolving. Intuition's getting stronger. We're more sensitive to energy. And we're starting to perceive stuff beyond the five senses.
Like developing new senses we didn't know we had.
In a way, yeah. Our sensory system is going beyond those five basic senses. As the Earth's energy grid changes, some people are even getting synesthesia, seeing sounds as colors, feeling emotions physically, perceiving thoughts as vibrations. It's not just imagination, it's our brains adapting to process a wider range of information and frequencies.
I heard of people seeing auras or feeling the energy of a place. Is that part of this?
It is. The source specifically mentions sensing auras, reading the energy of places, and feeling others' emotions more accurately. A common one is feeling energy in your own body. Tingling, warmth, waves of energy. That's your bioelectric field waking up, letting you interact with the quantum field more directly. These aren't supernatural powers, they're natural abilities we've always had, just dormant. The key is being still, tuning into your body and listening beyond words to integrate these new perceptions.
Amazing. Like we're unlocking hidden potential. Now get ready for this one. The increased malleability of the physical world. Are we talking mind-bending stuff here?
We are. The source is saying that reality isn't as solid as it used to be. It's more flexible. People are seeing objects move mysteriously, timelines changing, and a general dreamlike quality to everything.
Like those glitches in the Matrix people talk about.
The source actually mentions those, things vanishing and reappearing, memories changing, weird stuff in familiar places. This malleability is happening because the physical world is restructuring at a quantum level, and that veil between thought and reality, it's thinning.
So our intentions are having a more immediate impact on the world.
Exactly. Before, manifestation took time and effort. Now it's instant. Reality's responding directly to our focus. It's like we're moving towards a conscious partnership with creation. And the lines between dreams and waking life are blurring. We can shift reality with our intention. But emotional and mental discipline are key here. If we're focused on chaos and fear, that's what we'll get, and fast. But if we focus on clarity, peace, abundance, reality will align with that. The universe now moves at the speed of our awareness.
Whoa, that's powerful. Okay, last but not least, embodying your highest timeline now.
This is where it all comes together. The source is clear. This shift isn't coming, it's here. Every thought, every feeling, every action, it's all shaping our reality, determining which timeline we experience. That's why some are lost and confused, while others are growing and expanding.
So we can't just sit back and watch this happen.
Nope. Time to be the change, not wait for it. To embody our highest timeline, the source has some advice. First, let go of old identities. Who we were even recently might not be who we're becoming. Holding on to old beliefs and patterns just creates resistance. Second, stabilize your energy. The world's in chaos, but we don't have to be. Mindfulness, meditation, breath work, nature, anything that brings harmony to mind, body, and spirit, that's crucial. The more stable our energy, the smoother this transition will be. And finally, step into our role as creators. We're not passive anymore. Every choice, every thought, every emotion shapes our reality. The universe isn't controlling our future, we are. So align with your vision, be your true self, and step into the reality you're meant for.
Inspiring stuff. So, after this deep dive, what's the takeaway for our listeners?
You're in a huge energetic shift, and it's changing everything. Remember, your awareness matters. What you focus on, you create. Learn emotional alchemy. Turn those tough feelings into wisdom and power. And cultivate inner coherence, that mind-body-spirit alignment. That's your foundation for navigating this time.
And for you listening, one last thought to ponder. Which part of this illusion of separation dissolving resonates most with you? As that veil thins, what new connections, what new understandings about yourself and the world are emerging? It's a wild time to be alive, and paying attention to your inner world is more important and more rewarding than ever.